Okay, so, you know, when women say that the way they dress, I mean, 2021, the way they dress doesn't mean anything. Or because I dress this way, men need to know how to control themselves. That comment right there lets me know what type of woman you are. Yeah, I get it, we not back in 1950s, 60s, but still in one, like, if we talking about nature, because when as a woman, I'm looking at you like, well, dang, you know, whoa, you literally see everything now today. And we as women don't think that even means anything. Like, yeah, like a man need to know how to control himself. How, when it's his nature to smell, I smell Gucci. You know, like, that, to me, that don't make sense. So, and for another woman to say, well, you need to, you know, maybe you should try covering yourself. But if they have nothing to see and look at, what more can they do but now talk to you, give you communication, instead of, they're not looking at, and then it's, everybody want to be seen. And like we said before, like, you know, nowadays women do things for other women. It's to, oh yeah, I'm better than you.
Competition.
My body looks better.
Right.
My money is better. Like, so we're not even competing for the love or, you know, for the attention of men. Now it's because I want to outdo another girl, another female. Meanwhile, still getting a man to look at me. But I mean, so he looking at you. Now it's like, all right, I just want to get you in bed, so, and I know what you're offering because you're showing everything.
Right. And I want to go back to what you said about the nature. Like, it's a man's nature to be attracted to a woman. Like, we can talk about all of these other things outside of that, but the reality is, that comes natural to a man to be interested in a woman. Especially, and because we're in Ramadan, we're going to go to the Quran. The Quran tells women to cover yourselves, to not even to strike your foot, so that you show your adornments through your clothes. You know how, you know, women wear heels and you can walk a certain way, and reality, your butt start moving. The Quran says against that. Why? Because a man's nature is, dang, I'm gonna look at that. I mean, that's how God created. So really, in reality, when you have a problem with that, that's something that you have to really take up with God and ask God, why you created man to be attracted to women in such a way? That's the nature of it. And yeah, as men, we should have a sense of control. It shouldn't be where we so pulled by our lower desires, where, oh, I see a woman and you know, I see her figure and I become a total animal. No, we are supposed to have some type of self-control. But again, in order to have that, you as a man, you have to be in line with God, because you have to be in line with your Creator. If your Creator, the way He made you to think right. So when you start going the opposite direction, you're going against what you were created to do.
Yeah, but just in this time that we live in, what's the frequency of which they listen to? Are they reading anything?
Right.
You know, what's going in their body? What are they eating? What are they thinking? Like all that stuff matters. Do they drink water? Like, it's the temple works as one. So if you listening to music on a day-to-day basis, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, and the frequency is of your lower vibration, what is always going to rise higher than, you know, your higher self? You're not going to be thinking of your higher self. Now your mental is dead. Now you got certain homies. Like, what do you surround yourself with?
Right. And you know, when you start talking about frequency,
Like, when you listening to certain music all day, right? Even when you go to sleep, those songs are in your subconscious. And your subconscious, you have your conscious mind, your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is your active mind. Your subconscious, it doesn't distinguish between whether something is right or whether something is wrong. It doesn't distinguish between whether something is real or whether something is fake. So when you playing certain songs in your subconscious is just recording. So even when you go to sleep, if you say, for example, I'll give you an example. If you say, well, I don't call women the B word, but you constantly listen to songs that refer to women as the B word, when you go to sleep, that's in your subconscious. And like you said, eventually it's gonna come up out of you.
One of these black women, gonna get you in the position.
And boom, there you go.
Because it's this right here with the woman. Like, it's all we got. So the moment you slick with the neck and the mouth and the rolling in the hands and it's over with. So you might be called multiple things and just that.
And you know, a lot of men don't know how to deal with a woman. Deal with a woman, period. But then when a woman's nature is to be made secure. And I'm gonna go back to that because, we say nature and everybody may not understand that, right? So when you think about a cat and a dog, right? When a dog see a cat, naturally it's gonna chase the cat. When a cat sees a rat, naturally the cat is gonna chase the rat. That rat is lunch, but that's the animal's nature. As humans, we have a nature too. If you push a man to a certain extent, every man got that point where he gonna snap. A woman's nature is to be made secure. So what does that mean? A woman's nature is to be made secure. The moment she starts to feel insecure, this is what we get. We get what we think, oh, you always running your mouth. You always got something to say. But what she is her nature is to be made secure, and her nature is not being fulfilled in that moment.
Yeah.
That's spiritually first. That's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, then physically. Physical is last.
Neither party totally understand. Not men and not women do not understand the depth of that alone, the nature of each party. Why? Because as parents, we ain't out here really teaching, and we just preaching.
Facts.
Like, so yeah, it's all. It shouldn't. Man and woman shouldn't even be this far apart.
Right.
We should be thinking like this. There was a time where we were right on it. We didn't have, the man didn't have to, like I said, like it's all in how we are raising. Like, we so busy trying to live life for self that you forget that it takes a lot more for a child,
Right, it takes a whole village.
Really a whole village. But how people are today, don't talk to my child, or don't touch my child,
right?
Or we're not doing this. If you have someone like that, that's why I respect the older people who do step in when they see, oh baby, don't do that. But you tooting your nose up because, I got it, I'm gonna do it myself. No. Each one teach one.
Right.
It takes a village to raise a child, but we don't have that community. We talk Black Lives Matter, but in reality, do they really? Do they really?
Minister Farrakhan has said something. He said, we say Black Lives Matter. He said, but does Black Lives matter to us? If Black Lives matter to us, then it's our duty not to just, go out there with picket signs and putting our fist up talking about Black power. That's not it. That's one small aspect. Black Lives Matter has to mean that we rebuilding the Black family. In order to have a strong Black family, you gotta have strong Black marriages. We have to have strong Black marriages, rebuild the Black family, and rebuild our community, our nation. Like, we can't keep continuing to be man and woman at odds. Oh, men are better than women because of this. Women are better than men because of this. Or women have it harder. We this and this. Men have it harder. This and this. We beefing with each other. And that's why we can't never have a community where we actually bonded together. You know, Brother Nuri has a book. It's Before You Say I Do. Blew me away, right? In the book, he says America has a 50% divorce rate. And that's amongst white Americans. 50% divorce rate. I thought that was crazy because, like, okay, that means half of all the white people that get married are getting a divorce. That's crazy. The craziest thing is when he said black people.
Yep.
We have a 75% divorce rate.
I'll never forget that.
That means 75% of the time that black people get married, we're getting a divorce. That's crazy.
I'll take the 50 over 75%.
Right. And 50 is not even good.
It's not. That's half.
Right.
So you reaching anything higher than it, the whole nation is doomed.
Right. We can't build families with that.
But it all starts with the woman. If the woman got self together,
Right.
and wasn't so worried about the worldly stuff, I get it. It's intriguing. It's I want touch. But in reality, he will never be a unit if the woman don't step it up. The only reason men do the things that they do is because of women.
Right.
Like, you know, but the first moment, it is what it is. But the first moment you feel, okay, the man not doing right, so let me go get a girl. There's nothing wrong with, you know, the community. But in reality, you know, we're falling all apart now. At this point, there is not one. You can't show me a black family that's. Show me many. I don't want to just see one. Where is it? Where's the example? Who is setting it? Where we at with it? You know, all that truly matters.
Right. And you know, when you said about how, you know, women will go from, you know, men to other women, and Dr. Ava has said that happens because the woman hasn't actually. I'm sorry, not Dr. Ava. Sister. I'm about to mess up her name, so don't judge me. I think it's Sharad Ali. I mess up her name all the time. But she said what happens is that when these women who go to other women have never actually experienced a real man. Because again, we have to go back to what the nature is. Your nature as a woman is to be with a man, and a man's nature is to be with a woman. That's nature. That's how God established it. That's from the beginning. We can argue with that. We can talk whatever politics we want. The reality is that's something you got to take up with God. That's how God made it. So when you start talking about a woman going to another woman, now we're talking about her nature. Like, she's not being made secure. She hasn't found a real man to satisfy her soul. And let's not get it confused. Truly, only God can satisfy any person's soul. But he made man and woman to complement each other. And that's a part that we're missing. And I guess that's our Tuesday talk.
The drive, y'all.
Right.
The drive. Thanks for tuning in. Very interesting talk.
Appreciate it.
We got more to come. We got more to come. Make sure you save it. You got it.